Greetings, cadets. Commander Payne here. What's up, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. For some reason, again, I've got loud music. I don't know why it's so loud. Testing, testing, testing. Why is it so loud? Okay, I mean that should... I don't know, we'll see how we go. Let's move the microphone a little bit. Select difficulty, story. Use this mode if you enjoy story more than combat. In story mode, enemies have less health and do less damage. Normal.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Welcome to character creation.
Very low likelihood of explosive cell death. Fastest gun in Halcyon, or you will be once you get hold of a gun.
Okay. Intelligence, perception, charm, temperament, strength, dexterity. 6 points. Melee weapon damage and amount you can carry. Oh, this has got to go up.
Very low likelihood of explosive cell death.
One-handed melee, two-handed melee, heavy weapons, block, inspiration. Oh, yeah, inspiration and intimidate. Attack speed and range weapon reload speed. Apparently, I was watching one of these vids yesterday of things I don't tell you, and there's a set of skills you should do to jump to high places. What up, Max 360? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I hate having to decide all this. Critical hit bonus damage, long guns, persuade, hack, medical science, determination. Extra headshot damage, Weak spot damage. Companion ability refresh. Positive faction reputation. Negative faction reputation.
Decisions.
Health regeneration per second. Skills. Points available 2.
Reflexes of a bristling canid.
I think this is the one. Unlock the ability to leap, dodge forward. Now it gets more loot. Get into high places. What up, Bear? What up, Dilbert? What up, Tim? They're flooding in now. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Just sorting out skills and attributes. One more point. Persuade, lies, sneak, hack, lockpick, engineering. Unlock the second drug mixing slot for the inhaler.
A fellow tinkerer.
Aptitude. Select the career aptitude for your character possesses. Each aptitude corresponds as to a small bonus. Nothing for carry weight? Science. Engineering.
At least you're not claustrophobic.
Appearance. Holy moly. What should we go with? Male or female? Hello, yes, the cello music is quite soothing. Is the volume good? Because it seemed really loud before. Say music, I say sound. What should we go with, guys? Male or female? Right, head. 15 different heads to choose from. Rob Ginger Russ. Pain is getting head. Eyebrow style. Facial hair. Let's go. Female character, facial hair. LGBTQ plus confirmed. Features! Scar! Where's the scar? We want it over the eye. As always, in every game with a scar option. Straight through the eye. Where is it? There it is. Is that kind of? That's more like it. Not both eyes. For one. Alright, let's do that one then. Age. Okay, so these are the sliders we've got to play with. Makeup. That's not makeup, that's freckles. Different stages of jaundice. What the hell? Coming up my nose? I zoom in? No. Oh, it's shininess from the blood. I'm snorting. Battered. What up, Cat Games? How's it going? I think it's just the second one, isn't it, really? Do I talk in? Does anyone know if I talk in this? I wonder if I change gender, will it fuck it all up? Oh, it keeps it. It doesn't seem to have any negative effects. Well, not when I say negative effects, I mean like being female doesn't change my carry weight or anything like that. I think I'm good with that. I don't know. What do you reckon, guys? Yeah. I think Mohawk is the one. What is your name? Summary. Yep, that'll do.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Yippity doodah. Terra 2, opening laboratory.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive.
Shit.
He said a swore.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Remember the Hope.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Way to get thrown in the deep end. I was supposed to have a full-time job when I woke. To skip, hold enter. Excuse me.
Ah, you've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Okay, this looks really cool. I want one of these. Okay, tab does this. Better not get too ahead of ourselves. Left shift to sprint. Although I think he's dead. Or am I sneaking by? While sneaking, use tall grass, rocks or other cover to hide from enemies. Use this to sneak past enemies or sneak up on them to initiate combat. Is there like a hide bar or something? The awareness meter over an enemy head tells you if they are unaware, suspicious, investigating or alerted. I guess that means unaware. Stealth mechanic training complete. Ouch.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Ouch. F, you have low health. Use the emergency medical inhaler to heal. Each activation consumes 1 adreno. I have 10 left. And we get high. And we get high.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
1, medical 5. Sit still. I'll patch you up. 2, what happened to you? 3, spacers what?
We were out on patrol.
2, what happened
I
to
saw
you?
a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What were you doing out here?
Investigating an illegally grounded ship. All spacecraft must arrive and depart from authorized landing pads. That's board law, that is. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
You're an idiot. Give me your gun before you get yourself killed. Let's try that one.
Yeah, you sound a lot like my lieutenant. Here, hope this gun serves you better than it did me. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Yeah, I'm out. No other option. But we got a gun! Attack. Well, telling me to attack now.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Sprite hide. Hibernation complications detected. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation (TTD) button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes slowly over time. Q. Tactical time dilation. Where's the bar for it? Is that purple one in the corner? Some objects explode when hit. Shoot them when enemies are nearby for an explosive surprise. Just something. I guess it said just don't stand too close, maybe? A Warder Goon. Time for some stealth. I love slow down time stuff. Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lockpicking skill helps you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks, and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. Mag picks, shunts. Got it. Computers, boxes. If your skill is high enough to break the security, you will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. Hacking. Got it. Okay, so this takes... You have a new item in the inventory. Press I. Whoa. Aramid ballistics will keep your skin intact. Armor management. Drag armor or helmet items up to the equipment slot to wear them. You can also manage your armor here. Break them down, inspect them, compare to other armor, tag them as junk, or drop them. Armor 3, armor 4. Okay, so compare. Stealth skills. We want tech skills, I guess, for the moment. Pick up mag pick. So 9 somethings. I've not got enough. I need both items. Okay. Give me everything. Give me everything. Can I be burnt on fire? Oh, yeah, I can. But it didn't look like it took much damage. What was he looking at over here? Where's field of view again? Put that up a bit. Looks a bit better. A stealth attack?
Come out! You're gonna suffer!
Oh, you can see me still. Bit cartridge. You have unlocked perfect blocks. When you time your block just as an enemy melee attack the right. How do I do? How? I hate game. I hate. Right. First negative point. You don't have a skip button for dialogue. You just let it go by too fast. Am I just stupid? Bits are electronic currency. Okay, money is bit cartridges. Got it. So there was 3 of them. Huh? Hope there's enough loot for this in this game. Yeah, me too. Right, is there a way to see journal? Ranger completed. Botched. Botched? You can botch stuff. Location region newest. Codex. Basics. Basic movement, crouching, dodging. Falling damage, hunger, jumping, leap, dodge. You have unlocked leap. Double click jump when moving forwards to leap forward. Wait for quickly closing distances on enemy. Resting. Resting in a bed is relaxing and moves time forward. In supernova difficulty, you can only rest in your bed on your ship. Sleep deprivation. Oh shit. You're tired and you need to sleep. In supernova... Without sleep, your exhaustion will get worse over time in 4 stages, reducing your temperament, intelligence, and strength at each stage, before eventually death. Sprinting, shift, thirst. I've got a drink too, okay. Where was that blocking thing? Exploration. Loot. Looting. Corpses in containers hold items that you can take. Weapons and armor. Skills. Combat. It's going to be in here somewhere. Perfect blocks. There we go. What did it say? You have unlocked perfect blocks. When you time your block, just as an enemy melee attack arrives, it staggers the enemy, opening them up for a ferocious counterattack. Okay, so how do we block? How do we block? Oh, there's a map too. Objective. Settings, controls. Edit key bindings. Turn right, jump, strip, indirect, reload, attack. Aim or block. Oh, right mouse. Okay. I just block with my gun, I guess. Okay. Block, block. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. Okay, double jump space. Did that do anything? 1. The double click. How do I put my gun away? Mouse wheel. Oh, we have a middle mouse button option. Okay, none. F. Excuse me. Okay, jumping. Spacebar. Jump over obstacles. You've unlocked leap. Double click jump when moving forwards to leap forward. Does nothing though. 1. Okay. Did that go further? We need like a... Oh, that done something. I was stationary. Double jump sends you back. Walking forward, one jump. Okay, it doesn't work going forward. It works going side to side and backwards. But not forward. Oh, stupid. Ouch. We can't put our gun away.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
It's just a landing violation, let it go. So I heard. I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave. I've already dealt with a few of these marauders, not impressed. Let's go with I found your friend.
Really? How is he?
Bleeding and delirious, but still kicking. Still a moron. I'm hoping you're a little brighter. Yes, let's go with that.
Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge? I bet you could get these marauders to tell you where the owner of that ship is. Guess I'll have to give you a 0 in my customer satisfaction survey. Don't worry, you sit tight, I'll handle it. Leave conversation. Coward, I'll do it myself. Leave conversation. I don't think I have Persuade 5, Lie 5, or do I? And that's why it's giving me the option. Let's go number 1. Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a ledge either. Doesn't work going forward. Maybe another jump key? I don't know. Jump, spacebar. Quick melee. I don't know, it just doesn't work. Where's the other guy go? Did he die? Loot them if they died. Can I pick these mushrooms? Okay, quick melee. Melee doesn't do nothing. Do I have to have a melee item? Oh, it's that button. Okay.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork. This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
What if I just go? You can fast travel to locations you have unlocked by opening your map and selecting your destination.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Welcome aboard Apex Transport.
Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
The Unreliable. GG.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities.
How do I put my gun away is my question. Crouching, dodging, hunger. I don't know. It just doesn't work anyway. Could be under weapons, armor management, charge up, item broken, pristine items, science weapons, tinkering the weapon, holstering. Ah, put away your weapon, hold the reload button. Wait, gotta read, guys. Okay.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be
Astrogator.
informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience
Excuse
and
me.
for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Where am I supposed to find something like that? I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in the garage. Number one, where am I going to
The
find it?
settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Knock it off with this Captain Hawthorne nonsense. Yeah.
It is difficult for me to do so. I am programmed to accept commands from Captain Alex Hawthorne, after all. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Level 2. Tab, skill and perks points available. Let's go. What up? Franz NL, how's it going? Welcome. Auntie Cleo management training, skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill, melee, improves all of the specialized skills in that group, up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects can temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Work diligently, improve yourself, and you too can achieve middle management. You've been promoted. Level up. Congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, giving you points to upgrade your skills, as well as it gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling and you'll be upper management material in no time. Okay, points available 10. Okay. Hacking and stuff, yeah. That's 1 point to all 3. But where's the one that reduces the amount of shit you need? Not the ability to sell goods at vending machines. Hmm. Hmm. Selecting perks. Welcome to perks selection. On this screen you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a floor. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Auntie wants you to be at your best, to help her be the very best. Okay, so 5 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these. 1 available. 50% base health. 25% tactical time dilation mix. 25% damage when alone. 25% walk speed. 20% sprint speed. 25% weapon armor durability loss. 10% companion crit chance. Vendor prices. Companion skills. Unlock the ability to fast travel when encumbered. Tactical time dilation recharge rate. Carrying capacity! Nothing to do with hacking there. Carry capacity! Yeah, boy! Why is skills highlighted? I still got another 10 points, or did I not apply them? Rip. I can't remember where I put them. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, and 1 more. Let's put it here, I suppose. Management. Drag armor or helmet items to the equipment slots. Level up. Perks, select skill, yep. Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend. Yeah, 50 to 100. Emergency medical inhaler, F. Your hacking and lockpicking skills help you get into places you're not meant to be. Mag picks are used to break open locks, and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. Oh, now I've unlocked Leap apparently. There we go. Now it works. What else is around here?
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Moved to Spain and trying to settle here, although it's giving me a headache. The Spanish people are not really known for their English skills, so better get good at Spanish then, bro. What's the internet like over there? If ever I was gonna move anywhere, I think I would try out the Netherlands. I hear there's like 0 restrictions and stupid amounts of speed.
This wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
This ship is your. I don't have a job. Lie. You got it all wrong. I'm a Starship safety inspector. Attack. Let's lie.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Not just anyone has chosen to enforce landing regulations, you know? I had to fill out 4 whole forms.
Okay, let's go. We can double jump now, apparently. Oh, but not while running. Hold on. There's another marauder goon. He killed some people. Sneak attack. See this block. Okay, they didn't quite block him. One thing is for sure, no English struggles in the Netherlands. At least 60 to 70% speak a sufficient level of English. Can I just like wander off? Just past the graveyard.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Come from very far away. It's like a grave digging thing.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
How'd you know I'm not a marauder? My pod crashed in the hills back there. I'm just passing through.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Is that why you got a pair of armed guards? I am the captain of the Unreliable.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
See, now the trouble is I don't know if, because so far you select an option and it doesn't let you come back to this. So I'm like, oh yeah, I want to know this and this, but you go one way and it just doesn't tell you. So on this situation, I want to know about a power regulator, and I also want to know how to make money. Let's go with the money option.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You're making people pay for their own graves. Why can't you collect these fees yourself? Let me ask you about something else. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Excuse me. You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that. Yeah, it sounds like a side quest. Let's go.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There was something else I wanted to ask
Yeah?
you. This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed. You lose a lot of people to marauders. Have you heard any news about the Hope? How long have you been a janitor? Junior in humor, grave digger, whatever. Number 2, you lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What, are they after loot? Can I dig?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Town is in bad shape.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure.
I know.
If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Yeah?
Have you heard any news about the Hope?
Colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
The Hope isn't a rumor. It's real. I'm living proof.
All right, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
Where's the trouble in asking a question?
Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Okay, let's change the subject.
Something I can do for you?
Oh.
Yeah?
How long have you been gravedigger?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Okay, that's all for now.
I could really go for some salt tuna.
Some what?
Huh? What? I wasn't dozing off.
He's working at the cannery.
Welcome to Edgewater. Was this his room? Examine. Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift to you. Selection for the early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the jewel of Halcyon. Oh, there's a big red steel sign there. It's only one Adreno. It's been nice. Steel spade. Use terminal. Base's choice. Handguns. Body counts at a discount. Messages. From the Inhumers Association. Dear reader, your subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels, Gazette and Quarterly. Spacer's Choice Human Resources. Edgewater Cemetery is property of the Spacer's Choice Company. The Spacer's Choice family takes care of its own. From the cradle to the grave, gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms. Complimentary eulogy courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacer's Choice brand gravesite. Return to the root directory. Inventory logs. Burial invoice. Password required. Hack bypass. Hack used plus 30 XP. Burial invoice name Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration. Industrial accident. Burial status successfully entered into gravesite 13F. Gravesite fees paid and accounted. Inhumers addendum. Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. Turn to the route. Okay, exit. Pet pills. So like if there's no one to see me steal it. What the hell's that noise? Is that me clicking on? Did I knock something over? Gold ring. Right, we're at the beginning of the game. I suppose we can maybe work it back. Let's see what happens if we steal something. Anything? Okay, this is going well so far. Okay, no one saw anything. Good stuff. Is this a door? Okay. Is there any kind of reputation thingy? Me bobbing? No. Transition to Edgewater. Game looks like a mix between Borderlands and Fallout. Yes, we get it at school, something German and French. It's made by the same people that done Fallout. Fallout New Vegas. Edgewater discovered, plus 600 XP. Okay. You have a door. I'm guessing doors with green lights are enterable. And not enterable. Enterable. Now, watch as my mouse moves in the top left there. What is that all about? Weird. Corporate guard.
They start asking you for some medicine, come tell me. I'll set them straight. Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Big house? Cool, the dead don't mind being robbed. Wait. Oh! Damn it, that was red. Anyone else dead? Dead people? Corporate Service Award. A medium-sized award typical of the kind given out. I mean... Okay, get stolen. What is this? Hey, so far so good. Stealing doesn't seem to... Oh, hang on.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Okay. Right, I'll pay you 36 bits to look the other way. Lie, nothing at all. Intimidate, whatever I want. Yes, intimidate.
Just keep your fingers to your own.
Your reputation with a faction has changed. If enemies are hostile but your reputation isn't, kill on sight. Leaving for a few days will calm things down. Something, something, something. Intimidate use 70 XP. Weapon management. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by dragging them up to the slots at the top of the screen. On this page you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk or break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair weapons on the screen as well. Take care of your T&L weapons and they'll take care of your enemies. Oh, so these are melee weapons. Okay, so I can just drag that there, yeah. T&L makes the best gear for your friends and family consumables. Here you can use junk or drop your consumables. They can be used directly to gain a variety of boosts. Your emergency medical inhaler is shown at the top of the screen. It uses adreno as fuel to heal you in an emergency and always keeps it loaded. into slot 1. Increase your medical skill to unlock more drug mixing slots that can hold all types of consumables, not just Adreno. Each slot is mixed into every puff of the inhaler for a combined effect. Your medical skill increases the duration of all these effects. Oh, so I can mix stuff in with it? Zero G brew. Made in space. Alcohol. Personality attributes +1. Hungover. Dexterity -1. Perception -1. Inspect. Ooh. Dehydrated water. Dehydrated water tablets. Water without the hydrogen or oxygen. Sugary drinks. Last 30 seconds. Just add air. What? And just put this up there and it will mix them? Okay. Right, bananas. Really? Put bananas in there as well? Well, what just happened? Oh, I put it at the bottom here. Sort. Hold S, flip sort. Put my name. Value. Is this the most value? 6.3, 1.25. Weight. F to use, add to junk. All tuna fillets. Okay, so if I put this here, so weird. All right. Mods. General. 3 of those. West Captain's identification. Journal. Codex. You can use combined effect. But it doesn't show you the combined effect. Pre-sliced bread. Loaf of sliced bread. Carbohydrates plus 200% natural health regeneration lasts 2 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can inhale it. We'll inhale some bread. I wonder if we cough. Your reputation with a faction has changed. If enemies are hostile but reputation, kill on sight. Leaving for a few days will calm things down. People of Halcyon have short memories. So where is my standing? Reputation. Neutral, neutral, neutral. Okay. Got it. Oh, well, 1% negative for Spacer's choice. Okay. So we don't want to mess things up too much. Right, 94 meat. Let's go. Let's get about everything else for now. Strictly adheres to Space's choice standards of health and safety. Schedule sick leave without your Space's choice foreman or supervisor. Be considerate towards other members of Space's choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Lost hours must be compensated by the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. The fuck? One day, guys, one day.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this the recipe. The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
With people. So I just go myself. A little bit of chocolate. Keep me going. Oh, cool.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed?
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform? What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Yep, let's skip the small talk.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned...
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
You want me to solve your dessert problem? I charge by the head.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
What if Adele doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Okay.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure. Could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Get going. C&P, new management seminar. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skill enhances your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. That's the main one. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger.
You some sort of freelancer?
It's a hologram. Okay, Parvati.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Oh, really? We don't. You don't talk here? Okay, let's go.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters? So what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I knew some of them before they left. Is that a word? Aforementioned? Yeah, it's a form of dialect. Just means, yeah, it means before. Oh, learning English. I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them? You were friends or what? You know this Adelaide Reed mentioned. Yeah, how would you know them?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Can't leave it at that. What were Reed and Adelaide arguing? Oh, why, sorry.
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Well, unless you have another way of getting me a freaking power converter. Yeah, I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Where are we headed?
Notice you mentioned your dad a lot. I was going to say, where the fuck is the vicar?
That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Wow. Predicting the future, guys.
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
This is the way things are heading, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the future of the world. Unless we stand up, which we're starting to do. I think this year has been a good way of standing up against the corporations. A lot of the politics over in the States right now. Amazon gets brought up a lot. Take, never give. Your first 2 unborn children will belong to Amazon for free delivery. Oh, a hidden. Okay, so we have quests. More grave matter collect stuff. Can we highlight it? Is that active? I'll double click it. Okay. Vicar, okay.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Is the sun hitting the back of his ear and giving it that glow effect? That's really good. How do you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who for some reason doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
It's because you're so dismissive. Quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't he? I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually. Okay, let's get back on track.
What would you like to discuss?
Whatever, wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide deserves.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Wise. Think of Adelaide's group.
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Oh, we don't have enough intelligence. What do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible? Right, just talk everyone into coming together. I'll keep that in mind. I've got my work cut out for me. Thank you for your time. Been a waste of time. Let's go. Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
How the fuck did we go from convincing everyone to get a fucking book? A handsome sum, you say. Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I need to know a little more about this book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Right, so how the fuck are we going to convince everyone? Do you have anything else to say?
Something you need? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Okay, let's get back to it. Can we loot dustbins? Is this a dustbin? No, okay. Right, okay, so that is the botanical lab. Any other green markers? What's this marker? Square dot.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit? I'm not holding.
Life in the Vale got you down. Come drink your misery away.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
This person.
I don't know you.
I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Uh-huh. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Something going on here that I should know about.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Yeah, Reed mentioned those deserters.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I'll have a drink.
Coming right up.
Merchant skill. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Right, so where's my money? It's 98. Oh, this is way too expensive. Hey, can I sell stuff? Oh, buy value. If I hold Z, it just sells all the junk. I break it down.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk had...
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
Okay, so that's why that guy was talking about that. Just for like chatting.
Go ahead. The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something.
Never mind. Okay, so why has she got that square box around? Like, oh, maybe vendor. There's another one over here.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident. Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Gun. Oh, rifle. Hammer. Extendo sight. Range weapon mod. So much stuff and things. 4 grand. Legendary hammer. Level 5 required. Okay.
It's not the best choice. It's go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
What's this plague that's supposed to be going around?
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
You done being delusional, or should I wait?
I'd take umbrage with your choice of phrase. We ain't sick, we're rugged. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
It doesn't make any sense.
Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
That seems fair.
It is better than fair. It's company policy. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded. What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
The blister on my ass is prettier than Edgewater.
Do us both a favor and don't try to prove your point. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether.
Just met her.
Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
Okay. Let me take a look in my inventory and see how we break this stuff down. Breakdown Q. We'll do it. Break down this item. Weapon parts return 3. Sounds good. What is this one? This is 8%. This is 100%. So if we switch them around. Repair. Weapon parts 10. Okay. Okay, so we'll break this one down as well then. Get 2. Okay, we've got 2 of these. They're worth 1.8. What if we break it down? Yeah, nice. Okay, break it down too. So can we break this down? Armor parts, okay. Nice. Okay, map. Deliver reads message. Ranger in a strange land. Divert power from the GeForce. Companion quest. Search collector's domicile. Right, yeah, this one. Double click. Get some money. Right.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Right, give me the money.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
I don't understand a word you said.
I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't care. Pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Dang, that's a fail.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
That looks like he's about to die.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Take it easy.
And what are you doing here? Visiting? Well, let me give you the grand tour. This here's my domicile, and there's the door.
I'm here to collect your gravesite, please.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Told me everything. How do you think you can keep a secret like that?
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's a plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Being paranoid. Not paying. Pay me so I can get out of here. You're being paranoid.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast.
I'll do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
Even there were guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Hey, what can you tell me?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Okay, fair enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Okay, I'll leave you be. Right, we got that money.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Am I really?
Where are we headed? In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then...
Oughtn't?
Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12. Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Rose still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
I thought you could tell me why I shouldn't work for that guy.
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer, brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development. Go ahead. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Whatever it may be, I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us. Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
Where did we go?
What can I do for you? Go ahead.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
You're some sort of freelancer?
You're some sort of freelancer? Oh, we could steal so much shit. But we are not thieves. What is this? Vendor. Vending machines. Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. A hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machine. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have high enough reputation with the associated faction or a hack skill of 40 or higher. Cool stuff. Ludwig Miller. Right, who else are we after? Ludwig. Ludwig. Right. Wer is Ludwig? Wireless is that away. Something enemy over there.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
We can pick this. Welcome to the Crux 2000 Workbench. The workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons and armor, keeping you combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on. Then choose what you want to do to it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod or tinker to upgrade. Okay. Okay, let's click on this. Wait, when did I get this fucking hammer? Tinker. Costs 50 bits. Bit extra damage. I'm confused! Where did this fucking hammer come from? And why haven't we got it now? Weapons. Nothing. Use workbench. I don't get it. Weird. Why push?
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Sorry, but no.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, a few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing. Go on. I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
That's got to be the most over-exaggerated level up noise I've ever heard. But I like it. Right. 10 more points. Okay. 3 in there. 3 in there. 2 in there. 1 there. 1 there. Fly. Auntie Cleo knows friends make everything better. Companion abilities. You can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you are targeting. C. Companion 1 ability. V. Companion 2 ability. Yeah, that's great. Perks. Why don't I have a... Oh, it's every second level, I remember. I remember. Right, so how the fuck are we going to get... Conrad is one of the 4 people Silas sent you to collect money from. He runs a barbershop in Edgewater. Conrad says he can't afford to pay his fees. It might be worth mentioning this to Silas. Okay, maybe Silas knows another way he can pay. He can pay in with some other kind of favors, you know what I mean? Such a pretty boy. Such a pretty little boy. Oh, but no, no, but no. Remember, you get Gears 4 and 5 with this Xbox Game Pass too. You mean you're bored of this too, and there are other games available. I haven't played a game like this for a long time. I'm trying to make the most of it instead of just rushing through.
Miss Parvati, come for a visit?
Conrad said he can't pay.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
About those fees.
You run into any trouble?
Conrad says he can't pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Are you suggesting extortion?
That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
I like it. Right. Let's find his hidden porn stash and use it against him. There. Nah, there's all sorts on the Game Pass. Make use of that month worth. I'll do that, Tony. We'll have a look. Any suggestions?
What can I do for you?
I should go and leave because I'm going to sneak out there. Close this door. You can stay. You just blip through, or does she stay out there? Okay, she eventually makes it through. Examine. Comrade, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's choice property. Eugene was an asset, and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Finish G. A small grave manor. Yep, that's what we need. Hey, what's this about gold teeth?
What can I do for you?
I know about Eugene.
You know about Eugene? How?
And the note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Oh, he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious...
Keep out of it.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
I don't care, I'm just here to collect your dues.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I told he killed himself.
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Okay. Would the other exit be better for... The centers in our midst.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit? Yeah? What about him?
You first. I know you buried him.
Well, yeah. It's what I'm contractually obligated to do. What's this about? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you find anything. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went all out my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Spacer's choice reputation increased. I was hoping for something more tangible. 300 bits.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
You have lost Abernathy's gravesite fee. Conrad's gravesite. Okay. Another 150. Nice. Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Who's convinced you knew? Yeah, isn't that why you wanted me to collect his fees?
I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Okay, that's all for now. Ugh. Can we just save the game? Maybe. Right, guys, I think we're going to call it for this right now. And probably jump over to Twitch for some Apex, maybe. What do you think? Apex? Call of Duty? Or should we continue with this? I'm falling asleep. It's a very cool game though. These sort of games take a while to get going. Yeah, they do. I remember Fallout New Vegas. Excellent game. Low blood salt levels. Yeah, I think I need some more salt. Okay, so www.twitch.tv/CommanderPain, and we'll be over there in about 3 minutes. Alright guys, but yeah, do we want to do Apex or Modern Warfare?
Ready when you are.
Oh, thanks. I didn't even know we had that. Yeah, I'd prefer. I think I'd prefer Apex. Get some more dailies done, you know. Got to get that battle. Got to get our money's worth from that battle pass. I mean, we could do that for like 2 hours or something. Or maybe when we've done the dailies, go over to Modern Warfare, see if that's got some daily. I don't know. But yeah, Apex. See you in a minute, guys. Over on Twitch. Man it out. I need the less salt games. You need, or you want to watch less salt games? Well, this is a good game. I mean, Tim, if you're interested, if you go to Microsoft Xbox, £1 or $1, sorry, $1, you get access to it 30 days. It's a $35 game, and there's so little salt in this at the moment. At the start, it's nice, and it helps you brush up on your reading skills, which mine are pretty poor. Hey, when I first started streaming, all those years ago, back in the day, reading stuff I was absolutely terrible. My diet calls for this. So, oh, okay. Derp. Right, see you guys over on Twitch. Commander out.